Oh, I hate to cut that music. Good afternoon, ladies.
Hi.
Kristina and Saskia. Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yes, that's right.
Saskia. Welcome to CWS as it is.
Thank you for having us.
You are quite welcome. Um, why don't we start by an introduction? Christina, you go first. Who are
Hi,
you? Tell us about yourself.
I'm Kristina King. I am co-owner of Red Entertainment. Um, I don't know. What do you want to know about me?
Just all right.
Not a lot to us.
All right. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do it another way. Why did you get into business?
Okay, so basically, our partnership actually happened um, rather differently over casual conversation on a Saturday afternoon. Um, should I make it quick? Basically, the gist of the story is that we were having a conversation about things to do in Guyana and just the lack of entertainment for people our age. It was either you go to the club or you
Go to the club.
go to the club. So we decided amongst the three of us to go ahead and bring some culture back from our school abroad to Guyana, and we held our first jazz show.
Yeah, we kind of planned it all in one night. So we came up with the idea. We called Arturo Tapin, and then Arturo said, "Yeah, I'll do it." And then we said, "Oh shoot."
Wow. I want the audience to know it's three of you. Chelsea is missing tonight, but um,
In Canada.
so how when you came up with this idea, was it a consensus right away? Like yes, let's do this.
Yeah, it was. It was like, well, if nothing's going on in Guyana, we gotta do it ourselves. And then
I was actually dozed off on the couch and heard the conversation between
So,
This is getting interesting.
and then Chelsea's mom was like, "Oh well, you guys call yourself Red because you're three red girls." And then we're like,
oh, that's how it
Yeah.
came up.
yes, because we're red. I know the story is, anticlimactic.
Oh, I see. So tell us about this first event. Was it a jazz concert?
Yeah, it was a small jazz concert called From Jazz with Love, featuring Arturo Tapin. And the first year was hosted at Georgetown Club. And we had a very good turnout, surprisingly, because at that time we didn't know as much as we know now about the entertainment and how, to market and to, sell tickets and those kind of things.
All right. Here's the question. Right. Here are these three young ladies, these three red women, as Chelsea Mother said, and you've never been in this industry before. You're stepping into new territory, unfamiliar territory, yet you had the guts to go ahead and do it. Where did that come from?
Well, the same afternoon, this actually was supposed to be maybe a one of two events we thought of to do a year. We actually had other friends over, and they told us, you know what, y'all gonna wake up on Monday morning, and it's just going to be an idea. Everybody comes up with all these brilliant ideas, and then putting it to practice is always the hard part. So basically, that was our motivation.
Yeah,
we were like,
they challenged us.
They challenged us, and we took
challenged
the challenge.
them.
So what is the glue among the three of you?
So, Red Entertainment actually, like I said, started out from that one idea. After our first show, we sat down and we were going over what went right and what went wrong. And between the three of us, we saw an opening in a niche market that we actually didn't realize was there. And we decided to take advantage of it. But basically, we all have different aspects of Saskia.
I studied marketing, and I had a time, a long time before during school where I was in the hospitality industry, and Kristina as well studied hospitality. So we had that background to back us.
Right. We both have business backgrounds. Chelsea's actually the one.
Chelsea's the one that came.
She's a wild card. She actually studied what do you call environmental studies and women's studies. But she had a lot of experience with hosting events and coordination and all that stuff. So our three personalities and our skill sets came together rather nicely and formed Red.
So when this brainstorming session is taking place, right, among the three of you, who is who is saying, "Look, let's do it"? Who is saying, "I don't think we should because of this, because of that"? Or do you have a consensus agreement?
Well, when it is a consensus, we know it's good. We're like, this is genius. I think Chelsea's more of the risky one. She'll be like, yeah, let's do it. And then I kind of go along with it a little bit. And Kristina's more the realist. She's like, but what about
let's think of the logistics.
Stop it, let's think. And then me and Chelsea kind of like get excited and run with it. And then Kristina's like, wait. And then when, we rope her in, then we're
So this particular sector, right? Well, you just told us your assets and so on, your individual assets. But what keeps the three of you going with this particular business, Red Entertainment? Is it the success? Is it the desire to do more? What's your short-term vision for Red Entertainment?
For me, I like the challenge, because every job we have is different. Every time we go to a client, they want something more from us that we thought we couldn't do, and then we pull it off, and and I like the fact that especially in the entertainment part of our business, that it is dominated by men.
By men, yeah.
Yeah, and we kind of like the fact that we could do it too.
What is most frightening for you when you take up a job? What is most frightening for you? You have found since you've started your business.
What is frightening? I don't think that fear is a response we have to an event or a job. A lot of the time we think about if we can handle it, and most times we think that we can, so we just sit down and we do the logistics and go over our plan and take it head on.
I don't think we've ever felt fear.
Okay, all right.
All fear is that we might not be able to pull it off.
Okay, all right. Here's the question then. Three young ladies, right? Male-dominated industries, and you rise to the occasion. You take on. Why do you think these clients come to you?
Because we're good. We're good at what we do. We are, and we're very, very, very organized, and we pride ourselves in that. So we kind of know what could go wrong, and we try to come up with ways to make it work.
I think that we took a lot of time to learn our craft, even though we didn't necessarily focus on event coordination and planning or marketing. Our background, though, gave us a little insight into the job. And then when we decided we want to do this, we put a lot of time and effort into learning our craft. So I think that's an advantage.
How does a client find you?
All over. We have our website. We have people have been starting to message us on Instagram quite a bit.
Give us the name. I'm trying to plug you guys here, Saskia. Give us the name of your website and where they can phone numbers and so on.
Okay, it's redentertainmentgy.com. That's our website. Mm-hmm. And you can find us on Facebook, Red Entertainment Guyana. And on Instagram, just Red_Entertainment GUI.
Okay.
And our business cards are all over. Our brochures are all over. So yeah, we're easy to find.
All right. Three young ladies in business with clients like GTM Group of Insurance Companies, Ansa McCall Trading Limited, Demerara Distillers Limited, 704 Entertainment Complex, and Seoul, Guyana. What does this mean to you? And what do you believe it says about you as a team?
Wow.
I think it says that people believe in us as a team and trust us with the task that they have at hand for us. I think
Yeah, because I mean they're pretty big companies. Those standard they have high standards, and we take it like that. That we now have to rise to the occasion, and and they do believe that we can. So
But
it's
we're very proud to be
Yeah.
selected by such companies.
five core values. Three by you, Saskia, two by you, Kristina, or either way. Five core values you believe that drive your company to success. What do you look for? What must you always do? What is a no-no for you?
I think you must always have heart and passion for
Mhm.
what you set out to do. Just a little bit of knowledge is always helpful.
yeah, that's
If you don't know it right now, there's always the internet. You
right.
can learn it.
Respect is a big thing because I mean we have to work closely with each other, and we also work closely with other vendors, and so respect is a big thing. We give respect, and we expect that back. Pride. We have a lot of pride in what we do. Red Entertainment is our little baby. So
What is most rewarding about being in business?
I always think the end of the project is always, the most for me.
Completing a task.
Completing it and getting the positive response from our clients. And,
Especially something that's challenging.
Yeah. And even like, because now we're doing a lot of weddings, and those are like big moments in people's lives. So for us to make it perfect for them, and they don't have to worry about all the little, the small things that go into weddings or into planning in general. It's nice.
Do you remember? Perhaps you do, because who forget this? Your first major client and your first major check. And what was the reaction like? You could tell us, three of you.
Our first major client.
Who screamed the loudest?
Our first client is ourselves.
Yeah.
Re-
The first thing we did was that jazz show.
Okay.
Like, wow, this is great.
So what was it like when you tallied up your profit, your expenses and so on, and you came up with your profit? What was that like? Who screamed the loudest?
Bedroom, like counting our money.
We looked at each other and just smiled because the money wasn't a motivation for it.
So like we pulled it off.
We really wasn't. We weren't expecting any cash fails because, as we said, we didn't venture out trying to
make it into this big company.
Wow.
company.
So what was the motive? Just three. I'm gonna just coin your mother's Chelsea's mother's phrase. Just three red women or red ladies wanting to do business. That's it. That was your motivation.
Let me just say that the three red women thing is just because we had like 2 hours to come up with a name.
Oh, okay.
Like at least if we had it, we would have come up with a better way. Like the R meant something, the E would have meant something. But yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
It wasn't that creative, I guess.
We didn't take the time to come up with a better story either.
That's just the truth. That like even when we go on the radio, sometimes they're like, "That's it." I'm like, sorry. That's all we got. We're red.
That's good. That's good anyway. So yeah, so here you are, right? So okay, you done the jazz show, but one question on that before we move on. Why do you think you had such a good turnout? Was it because there was a sort of a drought, this kind of entertainment, or was it because of you and your pull, your social graph, your magnetism? What was it? What was the magic?
I think it's a combination of a couple of things. Getting it off the ground was a challenge. Of course, we we obviously didn't plan it, and we booked our tour within an hour. We're looking at each other like, okay, we need to pay Arturo. We had to put our idea onto paper, and we actually went to companies and we sold ourselves. I think that's where our marketing
we did a lot of
came
groundwork,
into.
a lot of networking.
Right.
How was that? How was that for and again for these young people looking on? How was that process selling your ideas or your idea to companies? Was it intimidating? What was that like?
It's difficult. It still is difficult because, I mean, a lot of the ideas we have are out of the box, and a lot of ideas that we have has never been done, at least locally. So it's challenging even up to today. I think what we have at our advantage is we're passionate about our ideas. We wouldn't venture into anything without knowing that this is what we want to do, and we're confident that our ideas are can work and that they are good. And I think that helps, especially when, I mean, for us, we're lucky it's not just one of us, it's three of us. And when we all three know that this is a really good idea, then there's no stopping us, really. We actually got a job on one of those meetings. The guy was like, "You guys sell yourself really good. You want to sell my product?"
Did you take him up on the challenge?
Yeah, we always take we like the challenge, especially if people don't think we can do it.
What do you think? What do you think people are surprised, especially some of these businesses are most surprised to learn about you when they get to know you?
I guess I don't know that we're just regular girls trying to make a difference, make a living, do the same thing that they're trying to do, and that we're passionate about it. And we truly, I mean, sometimes they see us out and we go out for dinner and we're laughing and they're like, "You guys are always together." And we're just like, we like each other. We genuinely
Okay, so all right. So I mean, we are seeing the lighter side of you, and I know, as most of our listeners know, that there is the other side, the other facet of you, that professional. Let's get down to business. So when is game face time?
Oh, from the start of the day.
Start of the day.
When the day starts and we have meetings and we have things to do. I mean, I think we're always kind of lighthearted. I mean, but we do take our job serious.
Fun with what we do.
Okay. Who's the one person, if you guys ever need that will, if everybody get caught up having fun, who's the one person who would pull it back together and say, "Guys, look, we got to do this"?
I think we take turns. Yeah, it depends. Typically, it's Saskia. Yeah, we are like sisters. I should say like twins. Yeah, Chelsea included. Yeah. And our personalities, we balance each other, because sometimes two of us get out of hand and the other one's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, you girls don't go crazy. Come on, stop now."
Where do you see Red Entertainment in 10 years?
In 10 years, I think Red Entertainment as a marketing company, as well as a event coordination company. In 10 years, I hope to see us with a larger team.
Yeah, and to be more, I would like to see us having different branches, so that, like there's one particular person that you can contact that is just for entertainment and one just for marketing. Like, we would like to grow into that, develop into a bigger company.
What is one company or one product or service that you are eager to market?
We actually have a few things in the pipeline. As you can tell, we are a very diverse company. We do a lot of things, and we're actually going to launch a product ourselves.
Is that so?
Yeah.
We're going to be marketing a product under
everything. Yeah.
So I mean, I can't say a lot about it now, but Yeah, that's
Yeah.
something that
There's
we're
more to
looking
come.
forward to.
And our brains are always working, and some things aren't relevant to other things, but we just,
We're diverse women, so we can
Would
have
one of you or two of you or so on would like to come back and share that product with us when the time comes?
yes.
Maybe we can have Chelsea sit in next time.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good.
Put that like right here.
So far, right? I call some pretty big names, GTM and all these places, distillers and so on. What was your most challenging project?
Oh gosh, it has to be that wedding.
That wedding.
Yes, because
It's been different things though, because we've been challenged with
that wedding
doing
was
things we never
rough.
did.
That wedding-
Why you keep saying that wedding?
we had a wedding that the person called us the same day of the wedding.
What?
Yeah, and we're like in our first year of business.
Oh yeah,
That was rough.
actually one of our first weddings as well. They called us
Yeah.
at 10 o'clock in the morning.
For like a 6 o'clock wedding.
How did you pull that off? Share that with us.
Well,
we were lucky enough to have had some stuff put together already for a prior event, and we kind of just recreated it,
and we called
Called in
all
some
of our
favors.
contacts, and it happened.
Okay. Here's the question I have, right? You're in Guyana.
Mhm.
Guyana is known for being like molasses when it's time to get things done or the way things are being done, right? People very seldom respond to emails and respond to other form of which I have to inject something here, and I got to tell my colleagues and people in diaspora, among the young people I've been interviewing, that is not the case. The young people respond like that on time, and they're respectful. And I'm like, so if that exists in Guyana, I'm gonna say it here live, it gotta be among the adults. I write an email to the young folks, they respond like that right away. Inbox them Facebook, they respond. So anyway, that said, you're not only dealing with young people, you're dealing with some, older generation son. How do you manage to pull it off?
We actually learned that pretty early in our business. When we send emails, we respond we follow it up with a phone call. Did you get my email?
Yeah, we call. We're not scared to call. We're not scared to go in.
We do not hesitate to meet because sometimes you get more done with a meeting rather than.
Hold on a second. You follow up with a phone call to ask if they got the email?
Then ask them if they want to meet. Because once they meet us,
a lot of our projects are also time sensitive too. So we don't wait to see if they respond sometimes.
You
get to know your clients and the people you work with pretty well.
You know who's not really going to look at their emails. To tell them, hey, can you look at your email? Thanks.
Do you get pushback for that on that?
Not typically.
Not typically. It happens, and then we have to kind of re-strategize how we're going to get onto this person, and do we, some stalking has to come into it sometimes.
Wow. So you guys do practice the art of war when it comes to doing business. I like that. So tell me, you also dress the part.
Trying to tell us we're stylish?
No, I'm asking. It's you dress the part.
We all like to dress up. We all do. We have different styles, but
So you have taken Georgetown or Guyana by storm.
We'd like
to think so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's true.
Sorry.
There is a lot more to come from Red Entertainment.
Yeah, we have a lot more coming.
We always know that there's room to grow.
So you send an email. You call to follow up if they've received the email. You request a meeting. You dress the part, and as Saskia said, once they meet us, it's on and popping.
I didn't say that, but those are my words.
It's on. This confidence that you have, was it there when you first started, and you realized it developed over time as you got a lot of successes, or was it always there?
of it, I think, was always there, but it has been developed. Like, especially when you're trying something new and you're trying to pitch something to somebody. I mean, sometimes they're, where's your experience? Have you done this before? And that's where it kind of gets tricky because some things we haven't done before, but we know we could do it. We just need the chance to do it. So that's where but I think we've always had the confidence to pitch something, but it's easier now that we have more backing.
We're confident in our team as well. Yeah. Everybody has bad days, and every one of us, and it's good to know that there's somebody there to pick up the slack
sometimes.
Do you believe that this could have been possible the way it has been so far if you weren't a team, if it was like one person or two?
No, it's not possible. To be honest, it's not possible without Kristina. It wouldn't be possible without Chelsea, and it wouldn't be possible without myself. We need all three of us all the time.
Wow.
It's not possible with one missing member.
What do you think? What do you think is your most valuable asset as a team?
I think the way we work together.
There's not a lot of companies that take on things from the ground up. We're good at organizing. We're good at implementing. We're good. We have resources that we know we could use to get things done. And I think that's what we're good at. We're really good at getting stuff done.
I think I know who I'm going to call when I need something happening in Guyana.
Call us.
How do you measure success?
I don't know. I don't measure success. Well, I guess it depends on what it is we're doing, but mostly that we're happy and that we feel content in our job and our work towards people. Because the bottom line is to make people happy, whether you're a doctor, a nurse, or whatever it is. We're in a service business, and that's what we look
that's
for.
Our goal.
What is the worst advice or comment? Well, let's say advice anyone has ever given you.
We always get advice. Chinese people are not scared to tell you what they think.
Oh yes, do I know that?
I don't even know what's the worst advice. We get bad advice a lot. The thing I don't like is when people give us advice and they don't have a clue. They have no idea what they're talking about or anything to do. Like if we're doing a project, oh, you girls should have done that. I mean, they have no idea. Yes. We get a lot of bad advice.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help that.
We get a lot of good advice. We do. And we always listen to advice, even though it's bad. And sometimes we've even tried out bad advice. But then we realize, oh, wow, but we do listen.
Okay. So with this series of successes that you've had, how do you manage to stay grounded?
No, we're just regular. We're not celebrities. We're just regular.
You like to think that you're regular girls. You're not regular.
We like to go out of town. We like to.
We have a lot of work. There's no room to get big heads and
if I was Beyonce, and that's another story. But we just regular girls. We like to go out of town. We like to camp. We like to go on vacations. We just, and we like to work.
You studied marketing, Saskia. If there's a particular book that you would recommend to other young entrepreneurs to read, whether it's, any book, what would you recommend?
I always recommend The 5 Agreements.
The what?
Always. The 5 Agreements.
The 5, and you, Kristina? Same thing?
Kristina, you read the book? Well, she don't need to read it because me and Chelsea tell her all the rules all the time. But I think it's a good book for people to read personally and even for business. It's just a life book of how you should think and proceed.
Mm-hmm. I it's obvious that you're quite young, but old in experience and maturity. When you look at the entrepreneurship landscape among young people, what are you thinking? how is this motivating or inspiring you?
I think
It's more than it's ever been.
in the last couple of years, it has been motivating to see other young people.
Even the talent,
branch out.
a lot of talent, and a lot of, they're trying to go out and do their own thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's good. We need it. And I think the younger people can bring something different to Guyana. I do believe that.
And you guys are examples of how success examples of how teamwork works. Do you or would you collaborate with other businesses, young entrepreneurs, if they have the kind of resources that you might need or service that you might need? Are you
Definitely, we do it every week.
We do it all the time.
okay?
We need each other. The bottom line is we all need each other. We can't do this business on our own.
Mhm.
We can't.
We always collaborate with other
Even in
companies,
competition,
and
even
we
people that are
tend-
competing with us, we send people over. I mean, we're all just doing the best we can, and we need to help each other.
we're not afraid of competition. We actually we think if we do the best that we can and always strive to be the best, that
They'll push us.
We shouldn't
need
be
people
afraid
to
of the
push us.
competition.
Yeah.
So how do you get your customers?
Well, it used to be we used to go out. Now people call us.
Wow. It's like that, huh?
In the beginning,
Nowadays, let's pray it's like that.
we actually, in our business too, there are downtimes, and we come up with creative ways to get noticed and for people to realize that they need us.
Yeah, we make up stuff that they might need sometimes, we take a lot of time to market ourselves, and that's important for our business. And I think that's why we try to make sure that people keep us in mind.
What are one or two ways? I mean, without give up the secret. One or two ways you guys find your success at marketing yourself. One strategy. Or two.
We did a lot of groundwork. We used to go to every single event, every single charity event. We did a lot of groundwork in the beginning.
So
we still do a lot of marketing. We still do brochures. We're still in every expo, everything that they have. We're in it.
So you put in the work.
We put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
And let's talk a little bit about brand. Oh my gosh, time is on us. Let's talk a little bit about brand. How do you make sure that your brand is protected, your brand is effective and is impactful? What is it you do?
So basically, we are still learning to do that. We always put forth our best foot, and we have standards that we know we need to keep. With working with different people all the time, it gets challenging because there's always opinions and always
and there's
a way somebody else wants it to be done.
Some things are not in our hands too.
So we are actually learning to work around that and to be more stern with what we want and what we want our name and our brand to be associated with.
Okay.
I think we've done a pretty good job so far.
I know some people might get upset with us, but certain things that we just we wouldn't, because Red is our baby and we care about how it's presented to Guyana and to the world. We sometimes don't do certain things, or we don't go certain places, and that's just because we want it to reflect us.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. You have to protect your brand, and your brand, your brand symbolizes something, and you have to represent at all times.
That's right.
I like that. If you could go back in time, what would you do different? And you get back to when you first started. What would you do differently?
I think in the beginning we really didn't expect it to come.
Yeah, we didn't expect it to grow.
But we didn't plan. After our first couple of months, we more or less saw where we were going with it. But I think if we if we took the time to
know that it was going to become like a company, and I think we would have organized.
We all had full-time jobs before, and we didn't think that we would end up quitting to start Red full-time.
Right.
I think if I could go back, I think maybe we could do it earlier.
Yeah, I would have done. We would have started
Really?
A lot earlier.
Yeah. And we would have definitely known a little bit. I think a little bit more to organize our business in the beginning, because that was difficult. But now, now we're good. Yeah. Now we have our systems, but I think we could have had systems in place from the beginning.
Asking questions and
seeking help.
Right, seeking help.
That we we sometimes we think we know it all.
We know it all.
How did your other friends react when they first learned that you guys were getting into business?
Oh yeah, they were all supportive.
Yeah, I mean, we've had support all around from our family and our friends, and they come to our shows. They like our posts. Comment.
We always have add-ons, so there's always red and blue, red and white.
Because the boys and our friends wanted to come up with a group, so we call them Out the Blue Entertainment.
I hope when I come down there's some event that I can attend. But anyway, if there's one question that I didn't ask you that you wish I had asked, what would that question be?
I don't know. I feel good about the interview. I have nothing else to add.
So Saskia, one last thing. After you go and visit them, once they see you, it is on and popping. All right. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Look forward to chatting with Chelsea when that product, whatever it is, which shall remain nameless until comes out.
Come to Guyana, we'll see you.
All right, I will. Look forward to seeing you.
All right.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
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 I knew you, but I really don't. There's more to you than quoting scriptures and impressing folks. And it'd be sad to know that you are never here. If we turn on all the music and we clear the smoke, and I refuse to be part of the crowd that can only recognize you by the things you do. They want to see you move, but I want to know your ways. So I made up in my mind, in this season I'll be chasing you. I'm after your heart, and you know you're the reason I'm on this road alone. In this season, find me chasing you. I'm after your heart, and you know you're the reason I'm on this road alone. Day and night, night and day, I will never stop till you become my dwelling place. And to be where you are, this is my desire.